Assalamu alaikum and very good day, dear student. This is Professor Fuzail Ahmed from Department of Business Administration, Islamia College, Waniambari. As part of Operation Research CATS1 review questions, so today we are going to discuss question number 2. What is LPP? Write the various methods of solving LPP. So this question has two components. One is the expansion and definition of LPP. We need to first expand what is mean by LPP and then define the LPP. And the second part is the methods of solving LPP as per the syllabus given to you. We'll discuss two methods. So coming to the definition of LPP, actually LPP stands for linear programming problem. Linear programming problem. So linear here means in a graph, when the line goes from down to the top, from left to right, it will go down top. This structure is called as linear. Now linear programming problem. So an optimization problem may involve finding maximum profit, minimum cost, or minimum use of resources, etc. Operation research, we do some optimization problem, and LPP is also part of optimization problem, where we try to maximize the profit as much as possible. On the other hand, minimize the expenditure or cost, or minimize the use of resources like time, employees, money, etc. In business, in order to achieve profit, one thing is you need to increase the profit. On the other hand, you need to reduce the wastages or expenditures. A special but a very important class of optimization problem is linear programming problem. Okay, so linear programming problem is an important class of optimization, also a very special problem. And linear programming problems are of much interest because of their wide applicability in industry, commerce, management science, etc. So linear programming problems are applied in different areas, like it is applied in industry, commerce, management, and science, etc. So one example of a linear programming problem where we need to apply linear programming problem. Let us see an example. A furniture dealer deals in only two items, tables and chairs. A furniture dealer deals in only two items or two products. They are like tables and chairs. He has 50,000 rupees to invest and has storage space of at most 60 pieces. Okay, so here they are mentioning two important resources. One is the money, another one is storage space. Both are resource, and both you need to reduce. He has 50,000 rupees to invest, so his maximum capacity is 50,000, and the maximum capacity of the space or stock room is 60 pieces. You can store only a maximum of 60 pieces, both tables and chairs together. A table costs 2500 rupees and a chair costs 500 rupees. So the cost of one table is 2500 rupees and one chair costs 500 rupees. He estimates that from the sale of one table, he can make a profit of 250 rupees. So the table costs 2500 rupees when he sells. He expects a profit of 250 rupees, is around 10%. And that from the sale of one chair, a profit of 75 rupees. So the chair costs 250 rupees, 500 rupees. He expects profit of 75 rupees. Okay, it is around 15%. He wants to know how many tables and chairs he should buy from the available money so as to maximize his total profit, assuming that he can sell all the items which he buys. So now you are a manager or you are a decision maker. The furniture dealer wants to get decision from you that how many tables and chairs he should buy from the available money as to maximize his total profit, assuming that he can sell all the items which he buys. So we assume that whatever the tables and chairs he buys, all will be sold, but the resulting higher profit, highest profit possible. Okay, so he's asking you, he has given his background, the resources, its constraints, limitations, everything, and his expectation of profit. So he's asking you to give the number of tables and chairs you should buy so as to maximize profit and minimize the storage space. Such type of problems which seeks to maximize profit or minimize cost form a general class of problems called optimization problems. So when you are in a situation to maximize things like profit and minimize things like cost or expenditure or even space, form a general cost class of problems called optimization problem. Now we'll apply this problem and we'll try to solve it. So now coming to the second part, methods of solving LPP. Although there are many other methods as well to solve such linear programming problems, we shall study as per the syllabus by step number one, the mathematical formulation of LPP, and step number two, the graphical method of solving LPP. So in your syllabus, you have these two important methods, two important stages. If the question is like this, if they give you a question like this in a paragraph or in a story type, then you need to convert this paragraph into a mathematical equation. That is a step one. Sometimes they will give you the equation and they will ask you to solve the problem using graphical method. Then you have to apply the second step, the graphical method of solving linear programming problem. So today we'll discuss the first step, the mathematical formulation of LPP. And if you understand, if you pay attention, it will be very easy for you. Just in one, like within a 5 minute, you can understand the question, the equation, as well as the various steps. So to apply the mathematical equation, you need to carefully go through the question line by line, word by word, and understand the question. So what are the things they are given? Whether it is a maximization problem or minimization problem. So what are the constraints they are given? What are the resources they are given? What are the products they are given? Mix they are given. Like here you have tables and chairs of the products, and you have the investment money is 50,000. That is the maximum 50,000 he can invest, and also he can store up to maximum 60 pieces. That is either it should be 60 or less than 60. Now coming to the cost, it is around 2,500 rupees for one table, 500 rupees for chairs. And also, this is first point number one is the investment money as well as the space. Point number two, the cost of table and chair. And point number three, that is objective is profit, 250 rupees for tables and 75 rupees for chairs. So these are the three equations you have. Now let us go and apply here. We begin our discussion with the previous or above example of furniture dealer, which will further lead to a mathematical formulation of the problem in two variables. So two variables in the sense like two products, you have got table and chair. In this example, we observe number one, the dealer can invest his money in buying tables or chairs or both. Further, he would earn different profits by following different investment strategies. Point number two, there are certain overriding conditions or constraints. That is, there are certain limits he cannot go beyond. Like his investment is limited to maximum of 50,000 rupees, so he can't invest more than 50,000. That is a maximum one. And also his storage space is a maximum of 60 p. He can room only maximum of 60 pieces. That is also a constraint. His showroom or his shop can contain only maximum 60 pieces, beyond which he cannot store. So these are two constraints. Suppose he decides to buy tables only and no chairs. So we need to first assume that suppose instead of buying chairs, if suppose if he buys only tables, so he can buy how many? 20 tables. Like that is 50,000 rupees divided by 2,500 rupees per table. So he can buy maximum of 20 tables. And his profit in this case will be 250 rupees into 20, that is 5,000 rupees. This is option number one. Next, option number two. Suppose he chooses to buy shares only and no tables. With his capital of 50,000 rupees, he can buy 50,000 divided by 500 rupees per chair. So he can buy maximum of 100 chairs. But he can store only 60 pieces. Therefore, he is forced to buy only 60 chairs, which will give him a total profit of 60 multiplied by 75 rupees per chair. It will give you 4,500 rupees profit. So there are many other possibilities. So likewise, we can apply so many options, so many equations. And for instance, he may choose to buy 10 tables and 50 chairs. Since the maximum limit is only 60 pieces, he can have a combination of both table and chairs, like 10 tables and 50 chairs, as he can store only 60 pieces. So total profit in this case would be 10 rupees, I mean 10 tables into 250 rupees plus 50 chairs into 75 rupees. It will be like 6,250 rupees and so on. So we thus find that the dealer can invest his money in different ways, and he would earn different profits by following different investment strategies. So if you apply like this manually, you can keep on applying all different combinations. How should he invest his money in order to get maximum profit? So when you have not taken any decision and the answer is something like it keeps going on, you can go to the rescue of LPP. You can apply LPP. It will give you the right answer. So let us apply this paragraph or story in the form of mathematical equation. So you can assume x as tables and y as chairs. Okay, you can take x as x tables are as x, chairs as y. Obviously, x and y must be non-negative. That is, it should be either it shouldn't be negative like minus. So it shouldn't be in negative, but rather it should be in a positive way. So the equation number one is x is equal to 0, y is equal to 0. So the dealer is constrained by the maximum amount he can invest, that is 50,000 rupees only, and by the maximum number of items he can store, that is 60 pieces only. So this is the point number, equation number two. You apply this constraint in the form of equation. How? So 2500x plus 500y, it should be either less than equal to 50,000. You have to write like less than equal to. You can put a line here, less than equal to. So here you got less than equal to, you can put a dash here. Okay, this is less than equal to 51. And there is another one. So 5x plus y is less than equal to 100. This is another equation. Either you can write this 2500 2500x plus 500y less than equal to 50,000, or in a short form you can mention like this 5x plus y is less than equal to 100. This is constraint number 1 and equation 3. This is equation 1 where x is equal to 0. Equation 2 is y is equal to 0. And this is equation number 3 is 5x plus y less than equal to 100. And equation number 4 is a storage constraint, that is x plus y is less than equal to 60. That is put together table as well as chair. Put together you can store maximum of 60 pieces. So you have to write this as x plus y is less than equal to 60. This is equation number 4. Now coming to the main equation, that is the profit. Coming to the profit equation, here you have this is the main one. The dealer wants to invest in such a way so as to maximize his profit, say Z. You can use alphabet Z in denoting profit. That is your objective, which stated as a function of x and y is given by Z is equal to 250x plus 75y. This is the objective function. The goal is to maximize profit. Now mathematically the given problems now reduces to maximize z is equal to 250x plus 75y. This is equation number 1. Subject to the constraints, there are three constraints. Number 1 is the investment constraint, that is 50,000 rupees investment. You cannot invest more than that. That is written as 5x plus y is less than equal to 100. So the constraint number 2 is about the storage space. So both table and chair x plus y is should be either less 60 or less than 60. So it should be written as less than or equal to 60. And constraint number 3 is both x and y they should be they shouldn't be negative, rather they should be either 0 or greater than 0, that is 0 or more than 0, more than 1, more than 0. So okay, so these are all the this is the way of writing mathematical equation or formulation of LPP, and it is a very simple method. You can, if you don't understand, just replay the video and try to understand it. Even if you have any question, feel free to answer me, text me, or call me, or even you can come and meet me in person. So thank you very much. Assalamu alaikum.